Okay, let's just make sure you can see me all right. Hi, I'm Sue Boo, bringing crafting to you, and today I'm going to bring you my brand new design that I'm calling my pop-up planter. So it folds up, so when you put it in your card you can fold it, envelope should I say, put it in like that, and that can also be folded there, so you've got that on one side and that on the other. Because I haven't been careful when I've done this, I've made it come over, so I would have to stick it in a bigger envelope than a C6. So I'm going to see if I can make sure that I don't do that this time, so that I can fit it in a normal envelope. So it's a Wow Factor card. So we've got some bunnies in it. It is a birthday card, but I wanted to incorporate bunnies in it because I think they're sweet. So it kind of sits like that at an angle. It's a bit difficult to show you, but you'll see better when I take a photograph of it. So I hope that it's right orientation, because I've got something in there that anyway, without further ado, let's get on and make it. Right, so we want a piece of cardstock. So let me just put these out of my way for the moment behind me, and then we can get on. Now I'd wrote, where's my, I've got my prototype. I only did one of it so I could see what sizes I need. So let me just pop this out of the way for the moment, and I'm going to make it in lemon lolly. So we want a piece of cardstock that is going to be 5 7/8. So I'm doing this 5 7/8, and then we want it to be 9 3/8. So this is going to be 9 3/8. So 9 3/8. There we go, pop that out of the way. Then we're going to, on the 9 3/8 side, we are going to score it at 1/2 inch. Let me just close that up for the moment. We're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Now let me get that in the place. So that's going to score at 1/2 inch. 2 5/8, so that's 2 5/8. Hiya Valerie, how are you? Hope you're well. I've been making this prototype, so I've been disappearing for quite a long time, because it's taken me quite a long time to design it, and I've been doing other things, so I didn't realise I'd not been on for a long time. Right, so that's 1/2 inch, 2 5/8, 3 5/8. There we go, 3 5/8, and then 5 3/4. That's 5 3/4, and then 6 3/4. So I'm extending my arm now. 6 3/4, and then we want 8 7/8. That's 8 7/8. Okay, right, now while I've still got that in there, I just need my ruler. It's 2 1/4, isn't it? So I want to come down 2 1/4. So I'm going to put my blade on. So I've got it on the 9 3/8 side, just where I've scored that 1/2 inch. I'm going to come down and use my cutting blade just no, up, sorry, I want to go up, sorry. So put your cutting blade at the bottom, and I want to go up to 2 1/4. So I'm going to cut up to 2 1/4. Okay, so I've gone up. I'm putting the 1/2 inch back on the other side, and again I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to come up to 2 1/4. So I'm using, you can see I'm using the little marks on my blade to come up to where the 2 1/4 is on my ruler. Okay, so just put that there 1 minute. I forgot to get my scissors and my bone folder. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is those marks that I've made, I'm just going to cut to those marks, to the cut line that I've just made, just wedging it slightly, and I'm just going to wedge the other bit slightly, turn it round and do the same. I'm going to cut up to my cut mark and then wedge just slightly there. There we go. And then we'll fold and score these. Okay, so how I like to do this little tab here is I want quite a lot of flexibility, so I'm going to score, burnish one way, and then I'm going to fold it back on itself and burnish the other way, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to fold it up and burnish, and then the back and burnish. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the first score line onto itself, making sure that I've got my sides level, and just gonna go over that edge. It's a bit rough, and then I'm going to bring that the other way. So I'm doing the second score line the other way now. So I've got a valley fold and a mountain fold, and I'm going to repeat that on the other side. So I'm going to bring my first score line up, meet it, just getting rid of that line there, and then turning it over so that I can bring that up and score it there. And so what you'll have is you'll have card will be able to go like that. Okay, so it'll pop out like that, and these will be flexible to go either way. Right, so now we need to cut a piece that is 2 1/4. We want 2 of these pieces, should I say. So is this one that I've got left, is it 2 1/4? Yes, it is. So I'm going to start off and cut this at 7 inches. So you want a piece that's 7 inches by 2 1/4. So let's just move that. 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches by 7. Let's say that's it. Cut that off, and then move your blade out of the way. And we are going to score at 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 5 1/2, and 6 1/2. Okay, there we go. So just move that a minute, and we are then going to fold them all in the same direction. So they're all going to go in the same direction. I'll turn that over so you can see, matching up, making sure that they do match. Okay, right, so we've got one ready, and we need to just cut one more piece. So I just haven't got any 7-inch, so I'll have to cut into another one. So we want 2 1/4, so I'm cutting this at 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Let's just move these out of the way now. Get rid of my bits. 2 1/4, and we want it by 7 inches. So 7 inches. Okay. Let's move that out of the way. And again, we're going to score at 2 1/4. Let's score that at 2 1/4. 3 1/4. And 5 1/2. And 6 1/2. Okay, and let me move that for the moment till we want our DSP. So again, I'm just going to fold them all in the same direction, just making sure that those edges keep square. And then when we run out of it going on itself, turning it round to go on there. So that then is all going to go round, so that we're going to join this together. Okay, so didn't get the glue down. Okay, so we'll put some glue on here. And glue these together. So if you just press those flat down, so that's on the second score line, bring this over and then just do that. Make sure you're keeping it square so that it opens up, and then fold it the other way as well. I always like to do them 2 ways so that we've got it nice and square like that. Going to do that to the other one. So let's just do the other one. Okay, and so if you put those 2 second score lines scored down, put that over the top. There we go, and I like to do the other way. And we've got that nice and square as well. Right, what I like to do is where the actual tab that I've glued, I want that to go to the back, and I want this to go to the back, so just turn it over and round. So that's going to go at the back at the other side. So both at the back now, so that's at the left hand side, this is at the right hand side. Okay, so just put those there for 1 minute. Right, we're going to start building it up now. So what you need is contrasting colours. So I'm using this lovely paper, is it called Forever Love or something? What is it called? Yeah, it is called Forever Love. Oh well, about that I got it right. Forever Love. Okay, so I've got these 2 pieces that coordinate beautifully together out of the same pack. It's hard for me to cover up foil, but I wanted the contrast. Here I've used this one that I used on here. I used it out of the perennial lavender, I think it's called, which coordinates beautifully with it as well. But I decided I'd stick totally to the same pack of paper, so I'm going to use this out of here. Right, so what I like to do, because it makes it easier, is let's just have a look. I think that'll be fine. Right, I like to sometimes look at the reverse, because this one is non-directional. You can have it any way. I sometimes like to look at the other side to see if this is directional. No, I don't think it is actually. I think it's, no, it's not directional. Lovely. So doesn't matter. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in and I'm going to cut it at 5 3/4. So I'm just going to cut my 12-inch piece to 5 3/4. Okay, so 5 3/4. So put that on one side, and then I forgot to write my sizes of DSP down, so I'm just going to bring my card back in to see, and that is 2 inches. 2 inches. Oh, 2 inches, that's fine. Okay, so let's do that to start with. So I'm going to turn it round now, and I'm going to cut 2 inches because I want the pattern to follow on if there is any follow on of the pattern. So I'm cutting this at 2 inches. I don't think, it's just, didn't get my blade down. That's it. 2 inches, there we go, it's cut. Now the next one I'm going to cut, and I'm going to keep it in the same order. The next one is 7/8. So the next piece is going to be 7/8, and I'm going to keep this in the same order. This one is also going to be 2 inches. I'm keeping it all the same order, so keeping that, and then 7/8 again, 7/8 again, and then I'm going to do 2 inches again. Okay, so I'm going to keep that pattern that way, so I know it's that way, and I'm going to start, because I've got this last one on and it all runs like this. I'm going to start with my last one and put it on here. Okay, so, oh, look at this beautiful pattern I'm covering up. It's just hard to do it, but I'm doing it. Some like me to cover foil up, but I've got to that stage where I'm doing it. Okay, so we're going to have an equal increment all the way round. Just make sure you're getting your equal increment all the way round. I'm going to just move my trimmer so I've got a bit more space. Then the next one is our 7/8, and that pattern runs on correctly. So I'm going to just fill this in. Okay, I'm going to turn it sideways just to make it easier for me. Make sure you've got equal increments all the way round. And we've got the next one that's 2 inches by 5 3/4. Going to go there. So again, I'll turn sideways, so this is continuing to run on. And then we've got the one that's 7/8 by 5 3/4. Oops, nearly. Put that on there. Yeah, that's the right way up. Make sure that that's got equal increments. And then this one as well. Okay. Make sure that, nope. No, that must have been right way then, was it? Yes, it is. That's the right way. Okay. Again, make sure that equal increments. Okay, right, now I'm going to do the back. So let me turn around to see what I did. So bring this back in and let's cut again. So we're going to cut 2 inches for that one, then a 7/8, and this one, oh, I didn't do that, did I? Never mind. And that I'll cut another 7/8. Now the pattern's not going to match on the back. I didn't do this on the original card. I didn't cover them, but I am obviously doing on this one. So that's, we want another 2-inch ones. Okay, so I've got to cut this at 5 3/4, but I don't want to cut all of that in case I want to do something with that. So I'm going to turn it on its side this way and cut 2 inches. So, and I'll cut that as I go. So that one's 2 inches and I want by 5 3/4. So put that over there, and then we want one more of 2 inch. So that's one more of 2 inch. 2 inch, 2 inch, yeah, 2 inch. Okay. That's it. And 5 3/4. Okay. I've got those. Right. Now let me just think. Yeah, I did do that. Right, so before we put these on, we're going to glue our panels on. I was just double checking that. So I need to do that. So we're going to bring back in our one that we've done on the front, and we're going to lay this. So you're going to lay this exactly, make sure you've got those at the back. I wanted mine at that side, didn't I? So I'm going to lay it. So I'm going to put glue on this side here. I'll put in all my glue on here. And then I'm going to line this up with the bottom and the top. So that's there. Okay, just turn it over, make sure. I'm going to bend this over, making sure that this is level. So I'm making sure that this is level with the bottom. Okay, just make sure hands up, it's level with the bottom. That plunge comes out and with the bottom. And I'm going to leave this in a minute to set. So just make sure and it back on itself again. Make sure that it's lining up with your bottom, lining up with the edge. So I'm just going to hold it there for a second. So lining up there, lining up at the bottom. And so we'll do the next bit. So again, I want this at the back, I want it at that side. So I'm going to put again the glue on my tab. And make sure I've got it at the back. Yes, I have. So I'm going to do this. This is going to line up here, but I'm going to bend it over, making sure it's going to the edge there and making sure it's lining up with the edge there as well. So I just need to hold that. What's that? And so I've got a bit of glue there, I don't know why. Okay, just make sure I'm not got any glue on this surface. Right, now while that is gluing so that it doesn't move, just keep an eye on that. Just keep it, just make sure that they are lining up. I'm just going to hold it a second or two. Well, I can just do the centre one, so I'm just going to do the centre one. So I'm going to put that centre panel in first. Okay, and put that centre on there, so I'm giving that equal increments all the way round. Oops. Make sure you've got it equal increments. That needs to go a little bit. There we go. And then I'll put these two on here first. So as I say, on the original card I have not put these in. I was using up some, and I didn't want to go onto a next sheet of DSP, so I stopped, and that's why I didn't do this one. But I've got plenty of this DSP, so I'm gonna go for lining this one. So it looks beautiful whichever way you look at it, it's looking lovely. Okay, and line these up, equal increment all the way around, and then we've got the two end pieces now, and that should be set enough now to actually do this. Now I could actually do contrasting, and I could have done this on the back, could have put kind of a panel like that. You could choose to do that. I'm choosing to do it this way, but you could easily do that. And then our last panel here. There we go. Right, now we've got the planter bit to decorate. So let's just move that out of the way. Now, I really like this because it's got these daisies in. I thought this went brilliantly with the cheerful daisies. So that's why I've done it on the cheerful daisy theme. Right, so this was 2 1/4, am I right? Yes, so we want 2 1/8. So again, I'm going to do the same thing because it just makes it so much easier. I'm going to put it in my trimmer, and I'm going to cut a strip at 2 1/8. So measure twice and cut once. Yeah, 2 1/8 time, right. So I'm going to cut this. And this has got directions, so I'm making sure that I've got, this is going to sit in the right direction. So 2 1/8, there we go. And I'm going to put this at 2 1/8, see how much we can get away. Right, so the first one is 7/8 we need. So I'm going to cut, turn it this way. There we go, want it that way. So I'm going to cut the first one 7/8. So this is 2 1/8 by 7/8. So that is going to be, is that my, that's the right way, isn't it? Yeah, I have done it that way. Yeah, well, that's my front. So that's going to be for that one. In fact, as we do it, I'm going to glue it on, and then we know where we are. Come on. I should have filled my glue up before I came on, because then I'm going to spend ages waiting for my glue to come down. So that's the first one, equal increments all the way round. Okay, and then this one, I do believe, again, will be 2 1/4. Yeah, so that's 2 1/8. So I need 2 1/8. So that is square, 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. Okay, and let's glue that on. So put that there. And then we've got the side, which is going to be 7/8. I'm going to glue this one up. Take a look at that. And then the next one will be 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. Okay, so that will be the back one. There we go. So that is the back one there. Let's get that on the side so that it's making sure that I've got those. There we go. Oh, I like this. Pretty. So I'm going to start at the other end and cut 7/8. So I'm going to turn it upside down. So 7/8. There. And this will be this piece here. So I'm going this way around now. So this is 2 1/8 by 7/8. So that's going to be there. And then the next one is going to be 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. So this will be here. Make sure put it the right way round. Two 1/8 by 2 1/8. Okay, and then we want the 7/8 for this bit here, and making sure get the right way around. And then I don't know whether, oh, look at that, 2 1/8. Yes. Oh, I'm pretty pleased about that. And look at just the tiny bit we're wasting. Yay! Love that. That works out superb. And this can go here. Fantastic. That's it. So that goes on there. there is so many possibilities with how you can display this card that I've made. So you could actually do it like this. You can do it my way as well. It goes at an angle so that you've got the planters going straight, but these side bits are meant to be at an angle. Right, now what I decided is that, I'll bring my prototype in, is I decided I wanted to have something at the back of these. So I'd got some scrap pieces, so I thought I'd just use them. I am not certain whether I want to use these now to go in there, or whether I want that other contrasting colour. So let me have a look. Don't know, as we've only got this. Let me have a look. I did a contrast. Now I wonder what it would look like. Let's measure how tall they were. So let me just, sorry about that. They were about 4 inches. So 4 inches, oh, sorry, I'm doing it again, 4 inches high. So we're not going to get that now. Just trying to see which way round if I do use this. We're going to cover most of this up. So I think I'm going to do it slightly under like I did, because I liked it more under than that. So that'd be 2 1/8. Or was it 2? Let me have a look at measurement. Yeah, I added 2. I think I am going to do it 2 1/8. So I'm going to take it to 2 1/8. I've decided 2 1/8. So let's just move that out of the way. Now this piece actually measures, let's see what it measures. It measures 6, so I could do it 3 1/8. I think I am, because I don't want to waste the paper. So no, I won't. I'm going to do my original, so I'll have to waste a bit more. Let's see, that way, 4 inches. Yeah, I'm going to do my original. I was just trying to see if that would have anything serviceable for cutting out, and it won't. So I'm going to put those, yeah, definitely. Right, there, made my mind up. So let's see, that's just under 6. Oh, that could be cut out. I'm looking at these to cut them out if I wanted to. No, forget it. 2 1/8. I'm just cutting it. Okay, decided. And then 4 inches. So, that's cutting right into that. No, sacrifice it. Sacrifice it. That's it. Sacrifice it. Okay. So let me put my trimming away now. I think I might be finished with that. So I'm just going to stick these in the back, and this just gives that added bit of support, and this will show on the back, so you'll have the continuity of the pattern anyway, of the same card. Right, now let me do this properly this time. So put your piece of card or whatever your DSP in the back, just hold your finger so you know you can't put glue beyond that. And I'm even going to go down a little bit further than that as well to stick it on so that I'm not getting glue above me. And I'm going to leave that little bit of increment at the bottom. So can you see that I've left that little bit of increment there and got that there, so that it's looking nice. So when you're looking there, it's looking nice. Every way you're looking at this, it's looking nice. Right, so I'm going to do the same, holding it, pinching it, and I'm going to go lower than that because I'm leaving that bit. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same. Going to go to the bottom. I'm looking to make sure I've got an equal increment, and it just finishes it off all over. Okay, so wherever way you look at this card, it's going to look beautiful. Okay, right, now this is where we start playing. Okay, so what I've already done, because I do need to do extra cutting, is I have cut out, let's bring it forward, 2 of these from the daisy. Now going to dissect them from the Cheerful Daisy. So we want to cut them apart. So I'm going to go in and dissect them now. Make sure that you get your petals right and round it. Going back in afterwards if you're not happy. And follow the daisy round, and then of course this leaf here, going to follow that round. Followed it too much, there we go. And then let's do these. So you need to, as I say, you need to cut 2 of these, or use whatever flowers you've got. So what you want is a large flower, medium and smaller flower. So that's basically what it is. So you can use any of your flower sets really for this. Let's get that round. So there we've got those 3. So I've got to do the same with this one. Let's start off with this. And of course, these leaves that I'm cutting off, save them. I've not used them on this project because when I actually was making the prototype, I hadn't really, I had done it, I hadn't decided completely how I was decorating it. So I was cutting individual flowers out of this. Instead of cutting what I'm doing now, I was just cutting individual ones. So of course that takes you time because I didn't know that I was using the whole set. And then of course when I finished my prototype, I thought, well, you could have just cut that out in the first place. You'd have saved yourself a lot of time. But as I say, I wasn't sure in the beginning quite what I was doing. So I'll just round it off. There, so we've got all those rounded off. Now, again, I've cut these. These are the ones that have got, don't know whether you can make it out, it's got the embossing on. So you wanted 2 of the big ones, 2 of the little, I'm calling them little ones, but really, when you look at it, these are smaller, aren't they? 2 of those, and where's my, have I put it already? Where's it gone? There. Okay, you want 2 of them. So we're going to glue them all together. So let me just put that out of the way for the moment. So we want to stick them all together. So I'll stick that. So I tend to concentrate on the middle. And now I tend to go for this cutout here and match it with the cutout there, but that's not right, is it? No, it's the 3. So I need the 3. There's the cutout. Eventually figure it out anyway. There we go. I'm not done that right either, have I? Come on, where are you? There. Just needed slipping around that little bit. I think I've got that right. So let me just look at my... I have, that's how it goes. Okay, so let's do one of these next. So you can just glue these together, and of course you could cut these out in colours if you wanted to, rather than doing them white and doing what I'm going to do, because I'm going to use my brush to put some colour on. So we're gluing them first, and then we will put some colour on to them in a minute. Not a lot, just a hint of colour. And the jury's out. Do I use Daffodil Delight, or do I use the Lemon Lolly? So because of course the back of the card is lemon. I think I will use Lemon Lolly, because what I did on the other one, it was made with the that's it. That matches up a bit better. I did the other one with Flirty Flamingo, and so I did my centres with Flirty Flamingo. So that's it. There we go. And these two, where are they? Where have I put those? Oh, it's right before my eyes and I can't see. Oh dear. Just so it grabs onto something. Something like that. Or is it that one down there? Let's just twist it one on. See if I'm doing it wrong. That's better. Did I do that other one right? The grand scheme of things, it won't matter. I think I put that in the wrong place, but I'm going to leave it. It's fine. Right. Okay, so I've got those done so far. And what I decided, I've cut 4 of these because I've decided I'm going to glue these together. So it is very flimsy, and because I've got my rabbit poking through, then decided actually I want to glue 2 together and make it not so flimsy. So I'm going to put one on top of the other. Now, I've not tried this before, but come on, come on, come on. Come on. Yeah. And that into place. That's there. Okay, it's going to give it, make it a little bit more sturdier. So that's one done. And then let's do this one. because as I say, they are quite flimsy, and when you're sticking them down flat, no issues, but of course I am sticking them so that they are allowing the rabbit to hide behind, so they are free. So I'm going to smooth it about a bit to get it right. Don't matter if it's not perfectly aligned. You get some staggers, it doesn't really matter. That will just add to it. I'll give it there. Oops, get off me. Sorry, just want to remove a bit of glue. This is good with this mat, you get rid of your glue, and my thing will work that off in a minute. Right, and I have caught one of the birds in branches. So this Dainty Daisy has got something very similar, so you could use that. Right, now I'm going to bring in the blending brush. So Lemon Lolly. So let's move the leaf out of the way for now, and we're going to concentrate on these. So I'm just going to bring in my blending brush and go straight in the middle. Ooh, that is Lemon Lolly, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, I didn't expect that to be quite so dark. Now it might lighten up as it dries, but I'm going to go for quite vivid in the middle and going off. Oh, there. Okay, so yep, like those. Right, so they're going to just dry over there a minute. Move my Lemon Lolly and just pop that back in a minute and bring in my Pretty Peacock. So I've only got small at the minute. There's my Pretty Peacock. I have got a large one coming, so, but it works equally as well. So just make sure not there. So I'm gonna just not bothered about how it goes, whether there's some white left in it or not, because I think that really adds to it. So I'm just picking some up and going from the centre out. Wherever it falls, it falls. Okay, and I'm going to do the same with this. So some will be darker, some will be lighter. Some of the stalk will be darker, some of it will be lighter. Okay, just however it goes. Just love doing this. And the mat is brilliant to be able to just pick some up. Okay, so that's that for now. Right, now while they're drying a little minute, I'll just pop that out of my way and bring in my cloth to just get rid of this now. Just love that. And look, that glue comes off as well. There. So give that a good brush and make sure that we've got a nice clean area to rework on. Okay, sorry, I'm wobbling yet, and I just smooth my hand over the top and find that that's enough to dry it. It's wonderful. Right, okay, so first of all we are going to bring back in the box and we are going to put our leaf sprig down the centre. Come on, we'll wait half an hour for this now, so just going to dot some glue about it. There we go. And then just putting that just about there. Just tack that down. And did I put those on? Yes, I did put those on dimensionals. Let me bring in my dimensionals, and because it's the little ones here, I want my and I'm just gonna non-best scissors because I don't want sticky on my best scissors. Right, so I'm just going to pop that in the middle. So I've just cut a bit of the edge because I only want a bit there, and I'm just going to place that off there. That's coming off there. Okay, and then a bit more of the edge, and we're going to place that on there, and that's going to go sort of in the middle down here. Right, now, oh, I forgot, just move that out of the way because I forgot my stalks and my leaves. What am I thinking of? Right, so bring my brush back in, and I'm going to go up these. So these are the stalks, the stems of my flower. Let's put a little bit more in. And let's get a bit more. I'm making it deeper down the bottom, but it doesn't matter because you won't really see the bottom. Just bring that, deepen it there. That's it, that'll do fine. Okay, so they're going to go just to one side, and then I need that, and I need the leaf. The leaf is there. Right, so just want a little bit of scrap paper, so I'm just going to do that because what I want is some scrap bits now, and I'm going to stamp off and then stamp here. Okay, that's one, and I want 4 of these, so I've just using any scraps that I've got from cutting out, stamping off and stamp on there. So that's 2. I don't know, I might be able to get 2 out of this one, and 1, and stamp off, and 2. Perfect. Okay, put that out of the way, and then I've forgot to leave my die out, but it's my first stamp set, so let's get the die to cut these out. Where are we? There, so there. Okay. So let's get these out. Just move that out to the right a minute. Right, so let's just bring in this die machine. I've just got an old die machine here, and we'll just cut those out. I did ought to just remove that, otherwise I'm going to get ink on my card and I will be upset if I mess it up when I spent all this time doing it. Okay, yeah, okay, so I'm going to just put these on. Right, just these through the die cutting machine. I've just got 4 to cut out. That's number 1. Number 1. And then the scrap box now. Let's cut these 2 out. number 2, number 3, and number 4 coming up. Okay, so it didn't take too long. There we go. Okay, so let's just run that out of the way. And there. Now, I didn't like the white, okay, because I've done the others and I've got the others I've done the brush with. I thought I'll do exactly the same so that it works out exactly the same as the others. So just gets rid of that nasty white and tones it down. There we go. You can see the difference with the white showing through. I'll just do that, and then that gets rid of that white in your face. Okay, I need to do again. Now I've done that, let's just move them, otherwise I'll get those bits on me. Right, okay. So what I did is I got my flower and I decided whereabouts I wanted it to go. I think maybe there. So held that one and I just put glue all on there and then just stuck this. So I've got it in the centre. No, it's not showing through on the other side. Had it like that. So I'm just going to lay that down a minute and I'll do the same to the other one. So decide, might have that one out there because they don't have to be the same. Again, just put the glue on there and then put my stalk glued on there. Right, now what I did with these is I put a bit of glue down the side of the leaf, and where, come on, I can't pick it up because I was able to allow mine to dry, but I'm not this time, and just put the leaf so that it goes up the stalk like that, and then bring the other leaf in and just put some on the edge and then just put that going on there like that. Make sure that that bit of the leaf doesn't show. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. So this is the side now that I've got to tuck behind. So tuck behind there, and then bring this one in on the edge here, and then can go a bit down and there. Okay, so oops, get in there. So those have got there. Right, now we'll just do a bit of stamping while I'm waiting for those to dry, but I don't want them to stick to my table. There, move them out of the way. Okay, so I have cut this out into using stamp sets that and dies that I've had a long time. this is just a banner one, so you can use anything that will fit. You could even hand cut it as well. So this happy birthday, you'll have seen me use it before. It's out of On the Ocean. It's just such a tiny little happy birthday. It's gorgeous. So that's wonderful. I also want, where did I put my white bit of card? I'm going to have it down here. Yeah, I did. Okay, while those are drying, I'll just put that on one side. So this is Out of Home, Sailing Home it's called, that's it. Right, now I want to use the oval punch. So I've found some dies that would fit on the oval punch. So I've got You're a Friend Like No Other. And yeah, that will work. So let's see, I'll put it about there. That should do. I'll bring in my punch and hoping that this fits. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's poking out too much, so I'll have to chop that off. I'm going to chop that off. Let me put it round so I can see. I don't want to get that. I'm going to get it in the middle-ish. That's about right. There, we'll take that. So that's that. And then this one here. Yeah, will go down there, hopefully. Or should I just... No, I won't risk it. I'll just do it. There, that's it. I'll not risk it. So I'm just gonna... So any punches, dies, anything that will fit the sentiment on. You have got a narrow bit, so you can't go too mad in sentiments that are wide. So you have to be careful on that. I'm going to do... I think that's about it. I think that's about it. Okay, so do that. Let's move that out of the way. Now, I felt that they were too stark. So what have I done with my sponge dauber? I tried it with there we go. I tried it with my blending brushes and I made a bit of a mess. So I went back to sponge daubers for this because I just thought that they worked better with the sponge daubers, that gave it that better edge. So it just gets rid of that absolute stark white of it, and then do that same with the other. So again, this is Pretty Peacock that I'm doing this with. I just want this Pretty Peacock on the edge. Just adds that bit. Now I felt that this was more filled in, and so I decided that the rabbit had got... Oh, did you see what I did then? I tried to put my stamp on when I'd got the lid on. It's no good trying to put the stamp, do the ink. I'm gonna do that there. So it just gives it that little bit of something. Okay, they're out of my way. So we will start to assemble more now. Oh, no, we won't. We will do our rabbit. So I liked the idea of the rabbit peeking out, and I decided to do two of the different rabbits. So I'm having one that's sat up. I'm just going to fussy cut this out. Normally I'd do all the prep and then my video's not so long, but I've heard people say that they prefer to see it from start to finish. I don't know what your thoughts are. Do you like that? Do you like to see every stage? It makes it more in real time how long things take to do. Do you prefer that, or do you prefer to just have it got on with very quickly and everything be prepared? Because I could have prepared all my DSP, could have prepared all my rabbits, could have prepared all my flowers, which I've done in the past. I do that, but I have at least stamped the rabbits. So the rabbits I stamped the other day, but I just, when I was playing about with this, I thought, oh, I just fancy some rabbits peeking out. So rabbits are not just for Easter. No. So, of course, this one doesn't go out of the punch. You've got to have the one that's laying down to go out of the punch. It doesn't take too long, so I thought I'd have one standing up and then, well, they're both standing up really, but I'm just going to rough cut this out and then I'm not holding this so much. Okay, so just go in and out. So I decided to mess about as well with the colouring of the rabbit that I've never done before, but I've seen of late some people have not coloured things in wholly, they've just roughly coloured something, and I thought, oh, that's a good effect, that. So I thought, well, I'll have a go. So I did have a go. And I was happy by the result. So I'm going to try it again now. Whether it'll turn out all right on camera now, there's another thought and a half, isn't it? Whether it will work when I do it on camera. One of my favourite ways is to use the blender brush again over the whole of it. I've done that the other day. Right, so let's just move those out of the way, bring in my rabbit. And I did crumb cake, so the light crumb cake. I don't know which is the light, which is the dark. Yes, I've got the light one. Okay, so let's have a look what I did. So I just decided to just go round and just go around the outside of my rabbit, all around his ear like this, but just take the outline and just go round. Now I left his tail, I think I left that white, and just going round his face. Now I thought it'd be a bit darker there, so going around there and round here and in his foot, and I thought that would be darker, so I'm going across that, and I just did some shaggy bits to colour him like that, I think. There, so yeah, right. like that, and then here I just round his ear and round this one, and then round him. So again, I just went all the way. I decided that his foot would be darker, so I did his foot. So I did his foot. Now his feet not really going to show, so you haven't got to worry about that. Just do his arms going down and round there, and I just kind of did him a bit, come in there. There, just like that. And then I think I went a bit too pink. Which one is this? Lovely lipstick. I think that was a bit too pink. So I'm going to try something a bit subtler, I think. I've got no, I'm not. I'm going to go, oh, this is light polished pink. I'll go for light polished pink. So just when this might have been colour I used. Gone really bright in his ears and his little nose. So little nose is very pink. So I thought that was funny. So I'll stick with that. Right, now what you need is a piece of, and I've got to bring the trimmer back, 1/2 inch strip. Okay, so we need 1/2 inch strip, so that hopefully just take that and just that. Just gonna, well, it doesn't actually need to be straightened up, and I'm going, you just need it to be 1/2 inch by 1.5, but see, I'm not even bothered about that because it will work. And then gets to 1.5, and I'm just going to chop it. Okay, and all we're going to do is bend that on the folds into a zigzag like that. That's all we're going to do. I want that springy mechanism, so we need 2 of those. So again, I'm just going to do 1/2 inch, 1 inch. You see why I've been away for a long time, because it's taken, there's quite a lot of design here of how I've done it, so that's why I've been missing ages playing about. Right, okay, so let's start to bring this in, and again we're just going to do that on a Z, and we'll leave that for the moment. Right, now the happy birthday, I just left it blank. I did stick it up on dimensionals, so what's happened there, I don't know. So I will get a couple of dimensionals, stick on my happy birthday. There and there. Get those off, and that's going to go at the bottom. So I'm just going to stick that so you can just see the stalk at the bottom coming out. Oh, sorry, there we go. So just stuck that at the bottom there. Then I thought I'd stick these opposite. So yeah, I stuck those on with dimensionals. So I'm just going to stick a couple of dimensional. In fact, actually, I think I only stuck one on the other, but we'll stick 2 on here. So I'm going to stick this fairly near the top. There we go. And then this one I'm going to stick down there. So I'll put that on there and on there. Okay, and that's going to go kind of, think about there, going to put it about there. Okay, and then now we can bring in these. Now I'm going to try, so when I bent it over, don't want them, so I'm going to fold the card as it will go in the envelope, because I'm desperately now trying to make sure, so that folds back and that folds back. I'm going to try and keep it in the perimeter of the card. So I'm going to make sure that if it sticks out, it sticks out this side. So I'm going to just put some glue on the back here. Okay, and bring that again. This is the back of the card. Lift that up a minute. And took that quite down, but I don't want it going over the side. Okay, and I'm going to do the same with this now. Yeah, I'm just going to put some glue on just those bits there, and that I want to come out this side, but I don't want it, I'm going to tuck it under, I don't want it coming out of the edge. Okay, so when that's up there, that's not coming out of the edge. So I'm going to do the same with the other side. So this is a way to keep it in that C6 envelope. So again, going to tuck those in. That will tuck over there. So now I want to make sure that these are about the same height. So I'm looking, make sure that's not going over the edge. I don't mind this way, it can come in this way, but not over the edge there. And I'm going to put some on here. Come on. Okay, and get that again. And tuck under here, but I don't want it coming out the side. Let's see. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the other side. Right, now I've got my perimeters. So of course when you're looking down you will be able to see the stalks. Okay, now what I did then is I got my rabbit and I put this one at this side. What I'm doing is I'm going to glue this to the back of my rabbit. Have I just done with my glue? There it is. So that, get off. That glues to the back of the rabbit. And I'm going to place that. Now I'm going to put it, go down and then put some glue on there. And I'm going to place this, holding it in, and I want it just to kind of like peep. Okay, so it's peeping over the top, and then I want to hide in behind, so I'm going to put some glue on these at the bottom, and then that is going to go in there because it's going to hide my rabbit, so my rabbit is peeping through. And so with the spring being there, it's actually, let's just get him, let's just hold in a minute, it gives it that 3D because he will spring forward. He will spring forward, and you see him springing forward, so he's hidden behind there, just peeping through. Just thought that was sweet. So we're going to do the same to the other one. So I'm going to get the rabbit and we're going to put spring in place for the rabbit on this side. Put him at the bottom, and then again put the glue on there. Hold him in. Oops, that off, don't want that on there. I've still got plenty on there. So I'm gonna, I think that go there. So I'm gonna hold that again. So I've just put him in there, hold that again down so that he's there and he's springing. And again, just going to put this to hide. Putting the glue on there and hide him behind there. Okay, now just need to make sure, yeah, that's okay. That's going the opposite way, so that's okay. Right, so when it's up like that, it's a bit hard to show you on camera, but you'll see from the photograph when I show. So you've kind of got him hiding behind there. You've got a lot of 3D. Sorry, it's gone off, and that does annoy me before I've read it. Would you tell me again what you said? You prefer to watch people, do you prefer, I like to watch people working things out. I prefer to watch the video as it has in recorded, drives me mad. Sorry, type it again, because I can't go back on these comments I've found, so I can't, unless I see what people are saying at the time, I find it difficult to see what's going on. So the back panel, I've got a back panel that fits in there. So what we did on this one, I just put that there. So you can do whatever size panel you want, depending on what greeting you're sticking, and you could write on these panels if you wanted. So I'm going to, the card I've just done, because it's still drying. So what you do to fold it in, it goes in, then these fold back around and fold back around. So we've got that going off. So the card, open either way, it's looking pretty either way you do it, and then you open it up. That's what it tells you who it's from, to and from, and then you've got all this prettiness on the front. A bit got caught in there, so, and you've got that kind of, but you'll be able to see it better when I take the picture and the videos uploaded, you'll be able to see. So I'm not going to put my panel on there yet. I have got my verse. It's going to be wishes for a beautiful birthday is going to go on there. So the panel I will make like one, and I've got to measure this because I want to be able to get that on there. So yeah, I think the panel will be 1 3/4 in width. I'll just check this one because I want a little bit, yeah, it's just slightly, yeah, 1 3/4. So 1 3/4 by this one was just nearly 2.5. You want to be able to write there, so just make it as long as what you want it to. So I hope you liked that. So it'll look pretty at the back and very pretty at the front. So I hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and do share my video. As I say, this is original design. I've made this. So there are planter cards out there, but not like this. So I've and the sizes and everything, it's all my own design. So thank you very much. Do appreciate that you've stopped with me and seen what I'm creating today. So take care, stay well, stay safe. Bye for now.